Hello guys, this is Coach Anna. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you our stretching on the floor. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share this video with your friends. This will help more people to see this video and they might find it useful.
We begin by working on and warming up the leg muscles, starting from the feet. The starting position is sitting, with a straight back and legs extended in front of you, so that the heels are lifted off the floor, not by engaging the lower abs, but by extending the knees. First, let's move the toes towards yourself, then the entire foot follows. Next, point only the toes downward, and finally point the entire foot downward. Make sure the knees are fully extended and the heels remain lifted off the floor throughout the exercise. This is a great exercise to understand that pointing the toes and pointing the foot are different actions, and a properly pointed foot involves both. Next, the feet flex, open to the first position, and come back together in a pointed position. When opening to the first position, the turnout should come not just from the feet, but along the entire length of the legs, starting from the hip joint. Ensure the knees stay fully extended, especially when opening to the first position. Repeat 8 times. Do the same thing in reverse. From the first position, flex the feet, bring heels and toes together, and point the feet downward again. Also repeat 8 times. Next, flex and point the feet twice, and do 2 forward waves. Arms move softly and smoothly forward and back, keeping the torso straight, eyes forward, aiming to touch the knees with the stomach, while keeping the shoulders lifted above the legs. This is a great exercise for stretching the hamstrings. Repeat 4 times. On the last repetition, bring your hands together and lie down in a pike position. It's very important not to bend the knees and to press the torso as close to the legs as possible. Hold this position for 10 seconds. Next, flex the feet and grab the tips of your toes with your hands, pulling them towards you, causing the heels to lift higher off the floor due to the extension of the knees. You'll notice there is no space under the knees, meaning the legs are fully extended. For those whose knees naturally protrude slightly forward, this is a great exercise to smooth out the leg line and make it more straight and elongated. Hold for 15 seconds. And now point the feet again and check how well our knees have straightened and can hold in this extended position. Next, we'll move through passe, grabbing our foot by the heel and straightening it forward in front of us, continuing to stretch the hamstring. In the same way, lower the leg through passe and repeat with the left leg. Make sure to maintain the position and tension of the supporting leg on the floor. Alternate between the left and right leg 4 times each. Next, we do the same, but hold the leg without using hands for 3 counts. And on the 4th count, make an effort to lift the leg even higher before lowering it to the starting position. Alternate between the right and left leg 4 times each. Then we perform kicks forward with a straight leg 8 times. Keep your back straight, hands on the floor slightly behind your torso, and the free leg stretched. Next, perform kicks transitioning the leg from front to side and back. The leg should not lift too high off the floor, but should drop clearly to the side. Maintain the position and tension of the free leg. Repeat 8 times with each leg. Next, one leg bends and holds in passe, while the other leg remains stretched. Reach for the front straight leg, trying to lay your body fully on it. Hold for 10 seconds. Repeat with the other leg. Then, perform the butterfly stretch, leaning forward with a straight back. Trying to touch your stomach to your feet. Hold for 10 seconds. While sitting in a butterfly position, grab your foot by the heel and extend it to the side, aiming to extend it maximally to the side rather than forward. Repeat with the left leg. Hold for 4 counts and lower. Then do the same, but hold the leg without using your hand for 4 counts, trying not to lower the leg. At the end, make an effort to lift the leg even higher, then lower it back to the butterfly position. Repeat 2 times with each leg. Next, straighten your legs to the sides and hold your arms out to the sides. Work on leg tension, tighten the thigh muscles, and hold for 8 counts, fully straightening the knees, so there is no space between the knees and the floor, and the heels lift off the floor. Relax the muscles. Accordingly, a gap appears between the knees and the floor, and the heels drop to the floor. Repeat this exercise 4 times. Next, we do 4 side bends alternately to the right and left, stretching and extending our arms away from the body. In the bend, the upper arm covers the ear. When we rise, we fix the position, sitting with the straight arms and an engaged torso. Make sure your legs don't relax for a second. The muscles should remain tense and the feet pointed. Next, grab your heel in the side bend and hold this position for 8 counts. Repeat with the other leg. Next, lift your arms up and keeping your back as straight as possible. Bend forward, getting as close to the floor as possible without touching it. Note that the feet should not turn inward and the toes should not touch the floor but point upwards. This is very important. If it's difficult, bring your legs closer together. A perfect split line is not needed here. Repeat 8 times. Next, we do circular movements with the torso, bending as close as possible to the leg and over the floor, maintaining control of the torso and arm positions. Repeat 4 times. Next, bend one leg back and perform a combo of a side bend towards the leg and lifting the leg to the side through passe. Here both active and passive stretching are involved. In the bend, we passively stretch the muscles, and during the hold, we work on active flexibility by lifting the knee as high as possible to the shoulder and then straightening the leg to the side, working on holding the leg in the side position. For a more challenging exercise, you can hold your arms up while lifting the leg to the side through passe. Repeat 4 times with each leg. Next, sitting with straight legs forward, rise your arms up and lie down into a pike position, spreading your legs to the side, transition to your elbows, and then, moving through a middle split, lie on your stomach, bringing your legs together behind you, push off the floor with your hands, and transition into a frog position with a back bend, trying to touch your toes to your head. Move to a sitting position on your heels and lift your knees off the floor, pushing your heels forward, maximizing the stretch of your instep. It's especially important to ensure that the ankles and heels stay together to avoid foot injuries, and that the stretch targets the instep, not the toes. Repeat this combo 4 times. Next, for hip joint mobility, open your legs to the sides. Bring your knee inward in front of you. Then open the knee to the side as in a butterfly position. Then rotate the knee inward again and straighten the leg back to the starting position to the side. Repeat 2 times with each leg. Next, sit in a middle split with your heels pointing backward. Then roll back while maintaining the split line. Feet point upward, heels on the floor, and knees perfectly pulled in. Repeat 4 times. In the middle split, alternately bend the right and left leg, pulling yourself down to the floor. This is great for those who find it challenging to sit fully in the middle split from above. Next, get into the frog position and push with your hands to arch backward. This stretches the middle split and warms up the back simultaneously. The coach can assist students by pressing down gently on their hips to aid the stretch. Next, transition to your stomach through the middle split. Raise your arms and legs simultaneously twice. Then transition through the middle split to your back. Lift your straight legs together upward and lower them backward until they touch the floor. Then lower your legs back to the starting position and begin another round of this combo. Repeat 4 times in total. Next, lying on your back, do the butterfly stretch. Open your legs into a middle split and lower them through the butterfly position. Raise your torso twice, reaching forward with your hands, while opening your legs into a middle split and lower back to the floor. Do this twice. In the butterfly and middle split positions, press your knees to the floor using muscle strength. And when opening straight legs to the side, the movement should come from the stretched feet, not the knees. This is important. Repeat the combo 4 times in total. Next, we will work on holding the leg to the side. To do this, get on one knee, with one hand resting on the floor, the other hand in a rounded position above your head, and your head in line with your torso. The other leg is extended to the side on the floor. Ensure your hips are facing forward and maintain a square position with your shoulders and hips. Lift the straight leg to the side to its maximum height 4 times. Then, bring the knee up through passe as high as possible. Straighten the leg towards the ceiling and return it down to the toes. Finally, lift the straight leg to the side and hold for 8 counts. At the end, make an effort to lift the leg even higher for 1 second. Repeat the same with the left leg. Next, we do the cat stretch to warm up the back. Arch your back and round it, then move forward along the floor. And push off the floor with your hands, arching back and trying to see your heels. Then return to a kneeling position and arch backward, keeping your hands on your waist. Next, do back kicks 8 times with each leg. The kicks should be sharp and precise, with feet and knees fully extended and the thigh reaching for the head. Immediately follow with 8 ring kicks. Look up at the ring and forward when the leg drops to the floor. The thigh reaches for the head and the foot goes above the head. Next, we stretch into right and left splits. Start with a right lunge and do springing movements down, keeping your hands on the floor. Then place your hands on your front knee, keeping your back straight, the back knee off the floor, fully extended and the heel slightly turned to the right. Try to relax your muscles and allow them to sink down. Next, move your hands to the sides and hold this position for 4 to 8 counts. Then move your hands up into the 5th position and hold for another 4 to 8 counts, keeping the back leg fully extended. Next, do back bends in the shoulder blades, trying to engage the upper back more than the lower back. It is important to maintain the square of the shoulders and hips. When leaning back, lead with the right shoulder, while the left shoulder remains slightly forward to help maintain balance and avoid losing stability. When coming back up, lead with the left shoulder, with the right shoulder slightly lagging to maintain the square and balance. Try to keep the knee from bending, pulling it in and slightly turning the heel to the right. Next, place your elbows on the floor to the left of your front knee and continue stretching the back thigh. Then shift yourself back, straightening the front leg and bending forward. Pay attention to the extended right knee and the turned out front foot, with the pinky toe aiming to touch the floor. Next, perform the right split. To check alignment, place your hands in a cross position. The left hand forward and the right hand backward. Ensure your shoulders do not lean forward onto the leg, but aim slightly backward. Next, you can stretch the front foot with your hand, pulling the toes towards the floor as much as possible. Release the hand and continue to stretch the foot and knee, with the heel lifting off the floor to eliminate any free space under the front knee. Continue sitting in a split and simultaneously start stretching your back. Alternate between forward bends and backward arches. Remember the square. Lean back with the right shoulder and come forward with the left shoulder. Repeat 4 times. Do the same with the raised straight arm, making springy movements backward, stretching yourself down more each time. Repeat 4 times. To engage the muscles and activate them, make 10 efforts to lift up from the split. The goal here is not to stand fully on your feet, but to rise a small height off the floor without using your hands, engaging the muscles. Repeat the same on the left leg. Sitting in the left lunge or split, lean back with the left shoulder and rise up with the right shoulder. Stretching the foot, try to lift the heel off the floor, strongly engaging and pulling in the knee. Also, repeat 10 lifts up, engaging the leg muscles. Next, for hip joint mobility, transition from a left split to a middle split. Then to a right split, then back to the middle split, and so on several times. Try not to touch the floor with your hands, but keep them to the sides, with the knees fully stretched. In the middle split, try to maintain the line of the split, opening the legs to the sides from the groin. Next, let's work a bit more on back flexibility. While kneeling, make circular movements with your torso and arms. Pay attention not only to the arching backward, but also to the maximum side bend, followed by a backward circle. Then, do a bridge from your knees, trying to place your hands as close to the heels as possible. Next, do a bridge while grabbing your heels, trying to straighten your elbows and keeping your arms straight. Hold this position for 4 seconds, then rise up, stretching your arms upwards. Repeat the same exercise twice. Afterward, relax your back by sitting on your heels and stretching your arms forward. For maximum back warm-up and stretch, do the fish exercise with subsequent lifting of the torso backward. Repeat 10 times. Next, we'll work on active flexibility by holding the legs and doing kicks. Lying on your back, lift your leg through passe by the heel forward, ensuring the free lower leg is stretched. Release your hands and hold the leg as high as possible for 7 counts. On the 8th count, lift it even higher. Then immediately do 8 sharp and quick forward kicks. Repeat the same with the left leg. Try to rotate the heel of the upper leg inward, working on turnout. Next, do side kicks while lying on your back. The leg should move as low as possible over the floor, aiming to touch the shoulder. Focus on the opposite thigh, which should not rotate or move. When the working leg is taken to the side, it should remain fixed on the floor. Repeat 8 times. Next, open both legs to the side, to the level of a middle split. The movement of the legs to the side should start from the feet, not the knees, due to the tension in the legs. Bring your legs together at the bottom, without fully lowering them to the floor, until the entire cycle of this exercise is complete. Next, lie on your side and perform the same exercise while lying on your side. Through passe, take the leg to the side, pushing the right shoulder slightly forward, to allow the leg to go as far to the side as possible. Grab the right leg with your left hand, pressing the right hand on the floor in front of you to maintain balance. Release your hand and hold the leg at the maximum height. Keeping your torso straight, do 8 sharp side kicks. Press the right hand forward to avoid rolling backward. We'll do the same exercise with the left leg. Keep an eye on the knee of the lower leg. Push the left shoulder forward. Grab the left leg with your right hand and place your left hand on the floor in front of you. Pull the leg as close to the floor as possible. Hold it without using your hand for 7 counts, and make sure to lift it higher on the 8th count. Next, we'll do an exercise that helps lift the leg in an arabesque. Lying on your stomach, push off the floor with your hands and lift your leg to 30 degrees from the floor. As you bend your arms, your shoulders lower to the floor, while the leg lifts as high as possible. Then press your hands into the floor, raising your torso, and lower the leg back to about 30 degrees above the floor. Repeat 4 times with each leg. Repeat the same with the other leg. If your back muscles are burning afterward, it means the exercise is done correctly. Next, we'll do a twisting exercise for mobility and flexibility in different parts of the spine. Lying on your stomach, lift your leg backward as high as possible, bend it and move it to the opposite side, trying to touch the floor with your toes. Return the leg upward and lower it. Ensure the foot of the free leg is stretched, not sickled and not bent. Alternate with the left and right legs, repeating 4 times each. Next, do 8 sharp and high back kicks with the right and left legs. Afterward, lift your shoulders and rest on your elbows. Do ring kicks 8 times on each leg. Note that here the thigh, the upper part of the leg from the knee to the hip, lifts upward. The lower part, which includes the leg below the knee to the foot, should aim to go above the head, but never to the back of the head. In ring kicks, the gaze is always directed upward, bringing the shoulders slightly back, closer to the leg. Always, when performing any movement with one leg, think about the position of the other leg on the floor. It should be stretched and fixed. Next, we'll do bridges from a sitting position through a circular arm movement. Alternate sides, doing 4 times each side. Next, we'll do another bridge modification, this time with movement. From a squat, rotate into a bridge, then rotate back through the same side into a squat. Repeat 2 times to the right and 2 times to the left. Repeat this series 4 times. Next, we'll perform standing bridges. Each time, aim to place your hands closer to your heels, and when rising, show a stop with your arms extended upwards. Perform 4 times. For the next bridge, try to grab your legs with your hands. Hold for 4 counts with extended knees and straight elbows. Then rise up, leaving your arms extended upwards. Afterward, be sure to bend forward to relieve and rest your back. Next, to stretch the upper shoulder and shoulder blade area, transition from the bridge onto your elbows. Make rocking movements forward and back, straightening and bending your legs again, feeling the stretch and arch in the shoulder and scapular area. After doing 6 transitions forward and back, return to the bridge and rise up, leaving your arms straight up. Immediately relieve your back with a forward bend. Next, we add active leg kicks in the bridge. To do this, get into a bridge and lift one leg up, rocking it forward and back 8 times, increasing the amplitude each time. Then lift the other leg and do the same. Next, we'll do an exercise to improve the height of the back leg in jumps, balance and any technical skill. Take 2 blocks and place them in front of you on their sides. Squat on your right leg, holding the left leg in a coupe position behind you. Slowly rise the left leg back, showing a split, and then return it to the coupe position. pressing it against the supporting leg. Perform this 4 times. Then lift the leg behind on the toes. Lift the straight leg up. Move it to the side and place it on the floor on the foot to the side. Again, now through the side, lift the leg up and lower it behind you onto the toes. Repeat 4 times. Next, slide into a lunge and forcefully push yourself up, lifting the back leg as high and sharply as possible. Return to the lunge and do a back kick. Repeat this 4 times. Repeat the same sequence with the left leg. When sliding into the lunge, try to keep the back heel in a turned out position.
This is the third part of the warm-up video. If you want to watch the first and second parts, I will leave you the links in the description. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more content. Follow me on Instagram. See you there. Bye!